innocent can be okopemo or mine uncommon so one list to an apokuna during the submission of innocent Kasim said Ghana Bar Association can only beg or Mampenny Mahama, but they cannot issue a petition to say or rescind any decision on the Chief Justice. No Kasim said during the time of Akufo-Addo is an evidence of backup as a reference of evidence be or they back up the summer or dropping 2020 and as the investigation on judges Emmanuel established Prima Facie case at the Akufo-Addo so the Ghana Bar should shut up. They cannot petition the president to rescind his decision because a mandatory say Mampenny established Prima Facie and as established Prima Facie there is no turning back and I said there's because they established Prima Facie no because announced 2020 determine Prima Facie against the judges no Mampenny general so sack those judges no where allegations are dropped as evidence in reference and as what they back up to Mampenny decision no stay tuned.
President Mahama Abu Mbraso and for that matter ntino your friend say suspension order ma CJ no onyai. We are not talking about coffee makers so we are talking about lawyers. Me say anyo obi oye fundaka na e camera ho asemo we are talking about lawyers are talking law so you should premise your argument on constitutional grounds. Infraction, legal infraction said we now so President Mahama Fumwe, the processes has been outlined. And it's in line with the constitutional provisions as outlined in the constitution. There hasn't been a single deviation from any of the provisions. And again, Nipana are part of the process. Mo AD now omo president asene just to ensure that this process goes through no these are not any individuals so we are talking about individuals omudi memra former chief justice at the bench no so your first a former supreme court judge and mpanimfo akese omudi memra and these are individuals that President Mahama cannot manipulate them. So for these people to go through the evidence that have been submitted, now I'm running into a conclusion that there is merit to this particular way, and the president can go ahead and form a committee. The president did so, and again, so the rights are president the constitutional framers had that discretion. Emma president only he alone can exercise that discretion, and he says when the committee is set up to investigate the chief justice, the president may, that is a discretionary injunction that is imposed on the president or power and the president has activated it. Ghana Bar Association has no power. They have no authority to order and answer call President Mahama to resign that decision. You can only beg him because that is a discretionary power that is imposed on the president, and only he can exercise that power. So how dare you sit somewhere and say, your friend is only who to me now, suspending the chief judge. Then I'm asking them, if I take you back to 2020, 2021, 2020 area, how baby, Abraham Manasseh, your friend say. Anas, an investigation now. Committee no find said there is a premier Facie in the defense case now. Yeah, the command President Akufo-Addo no. Why then did he suspend your friends judges no? He suspended 4 judges and eventually sacked them. At the time, I also suspended Omono. So at the time, no, Ghana Bar Association never find anything wrong with the move by the president at the time or exercise that discretionary power to suspend your friend is saying way for no judges no. But today the same process is being activated that all of a sudden these people are backing like dogs as if you said they are relevant. But I'm say so person nipa take you serious wa ho kwan fa so ababo abrabo sa meeting no mkoye no kra no over 5,000 lawyers in I'm told say around 52. That tells you how unserious this whole institution is. You understand? And in some more can be for me, because there is no single reason, there is no logic, there is no sense, and again there is no legal backing, legal basis, or any constitutional basis for any of the argument they are making. That is what I'm saying. They are just backing like dogs. Because as many people will take you serious when you premise it, oh, President Mahama breached this constitutional provision. And for that matter, no, the president need to. He has done this. And these are lawyers making. But if lawyers are talking like coffee makers, are just assumptions, suppositions, just throwing things, just like that, people will not take it serious. So if the president even want to go by your directive that he has breached any of the constitution, point to him which aspect of the constitution and what breach, so that we all come and say, oh, President breached this constitutional provision, and for that matter, no, there is the need for him to bring the Chief Justice back. But if lawyers are talking like this, they are being driven by emotions, and when you are driven by emotions, you lose your senses. You talk foolishly, and for me, that is what is driving them. For a way. But these are institutions that is supposed to be part of the foundational, organizations. You expect to say they will be very intelligent, they will be very smart and very way. But sometimes you listen to people on TV and you wonder, say, we are because sometimes the way they speak, you even wonder, you understand? You've seen a couple of them on TV. Sometimes it dented the credibility of our legal institutions in this country as to whether the kind of ethics, morality, and those kind of we are entitled to belong to whichever political party of our choice. Nobody can take that thing away from us. But when you want to engage in public discourse, be mindful that you are speaking to intelligent minds out there, not gullible fools. So assembly must be factually coherent, must be premised on something substantial. I have a manipulator. Asama branche and again, the basis of the petition, it has no partisan inclination. For instance, police in the make a way. This is a police officer. As I'm starting with Takrade. Beach front our Takrade and our town. Now on town cry, Bronino ko Netherlands, and the girlfriend called 4G, Bronino documents. And over Thomas, I send the man, your friends, a police officer, no, and or toy. As some no call causes some power of a tone now or banning the tone, property in the Bruni, and the man, a police officer, and a forgery. And I will do a good police in the as a lawyer, no, a send call your due diligence. One ten or once in order about Supreme Court. Supreme Court, and yes, some bugu in swa, or the Chief Justice Konya Banta. I hold back and forth for my no two ma or there are some course right and they work out petition there. And for me, that is something very dangerous that we need to kill. Investors are coming. If investors are back say, oh, the judiciary is very corrupt institution, you think they will bring their monies? Do you think they will bring their monies? They will not. A buying society, you see that dollar has become a bit stable. Do you know why? I want to say identity because investor confidence is a bit strengthened. So Obia or any business can say, okay, let me bring my investment here. That is why there is more dollars coming at Emma stabilizing. So if we don't do things to sustain the confidence of winner, we lose our clout. And for me, we need to disregard these people. Ghana Bar Association has demonstrated time and time say for them they have no reputation. They are a very dishonest class of individuals. Nobody should take them serious. And for me, that is what it is. Okay.
Lebron so well abandoned. But me for way and chamname CID boss abaso. Me woman say me ne won komo bi aye di aye ndin wiye. But me born abaso why there because obi na go say Akroma so say ade ati went me anya no. They don't ko ba ya wa be. I think say nyamia yadom there was a video that circulating social media. Just say mami bi a wo kan the concept say kidnapping. I don't know if you people chance on that particular video. I think na Ghana ni ba ko na afi alata ni ba ko na nyamia yadom ama kidnappers no yetimi achi wo mo rescue enkofo na omo ewo video dum no enti yemmo CID boss Lydia Donko Abaso waye adwuma pa. We know where the girls are. They are safe. They are one who sending na ya lo. Wood information no about the council Lydia Donko wa ma me can be and trouble and say we know where the women are. We know where they are screaming. As we adwuma no wane fa me a kidnappers ni na rescue nkrofo no mo ye involve no. And it's CID boss who come say ya dey abay me best see. What they say ne mom sa ayi abaya no se Ghana jollof se hwan no odi nkwasem wo social media abeta no akọ no ene ye ka ne se ba ku bi na ono so ka ho na odi nsemhunu no omo nsemfunu no omudi ye no omo de be ba chofo omudi to stop list so investigation aya kire se omo ti UK ene omudi nkwasem eti for omudi to stop list so se be ya enfie du kura be chi na we on my way can say get interpol kura chi omo da mo hide behind social media di nkwasem sa Lydia don ko ye bo wabaso wabo adwuma se ya na abekọ ne de am Ghana for yebe filu me filu pa enti CID boss Lydia Donko nyame wo hiraw na onye okese alata for de so amoni yenti kroma idi se moni se ya na wo mbedie nenso wonya CID boss papa wonim na adwuma na chese kwan bia so no ba bia mo hye bia wose etimi chi wo mo nti ye nyina no pe ye bebo CID boss abaso say waye adwuma ne ye we wa mekasa anye dede bebre ti say de obi ye press conference ai se anu o mo boade nyina ya lo nyame ne ye boafo dali so wa kwa ba
yeah
now so na de mo sheda na
so great minds they say
hey ah se mo ne obi bra ya mi so mo vinvin
me shesha innocent
yeah we dey make bia me innocent we dey obaso dey shut up
obaso dey asem to me oh me you man so enye ye
anyway me pass here to me discuss confession to na ekoso nti brali so a quick one ye hwe Ghana Bar Association the two stands omodi amaye the first one was president anamona wo to for chief justice we no is in line another one you who no massa press conference say omone president nya in fact asem no crombe some the court na president nya de oye no enra organized labor disorganized labor Mayday no omo kan wasem say president anamona wo to no omone ne nya adwen enti won twe and sign and reinstate chief justice back. There are so many conversations around the suspension. Don't forget, Afenya marking the Motu is on course.
Mame fa kunya iso na mentia tiefo ne ahwefo. Na mentia menia innocent. Na memmo so abaso wonchiem. Na se dru ba bi na honam ne yame kura na mfa nkyere sunsum lepe
Una mo mere
we menya nro ha say emro afo mienu ne ahemfu bi wokuma se oboso o mahwe TV sa o montemenka
sana mabodi
nam se
unya mai we are late
nam kwaso na oboso we de ompa mecho me nka me ho na memra na nso me fa madwen kire batudwa kire se udwumadi a wodi no kwa kire papa
nyame ne da na se
and sabi obi anhwe kura me nko amede bu fi amehwe pa
me da se pa
yo mana ya wo ye na ya na mehwe bi dedi kan o se aman yo sema ya ye yi ya bia am se du ba bia ye refie ho woni o ma bi ho na o ma ho kwan ma obi bo pa se ko ne fa wani mo nyamo anyamede ama no ko jimi a nipa nso betwi wanim ma sabi ujimi no edadi ma wode ahobrasie mu ehu se wajimi utmase. There are so many things in this world ehu hia se nipa di nanim onyam be kwa akotwitwiri fom ewo ho.
Okay.
Titiro ne se esise otirimu fan a kina mai wonku.
Okay.
Abra wo be hu se kina mai ku nipa no. Eje se kina mai no. We hu se nipa no wadi dwirim ana wadi bone. Aye ni amon ho aye ni ambrasam. Ama enioma hodo a se fata se nipa ebe nyina so ewo so e de aka nipa nanim no. Yenya ebowa ene na de ato ne unyame ohun nyansa se utie the word na u interpret a eye two words ene yaka bom.
Okay.
Nya ansa
nyansa.
Okay. it is a wuni bi na say a board say the Joshua abo akokɔ na obi bia obeye bia no ejimi na ebia no wanyini na obo say nkwala a sabi nyankopɔn adom omu nyansa no omo esansa wo wansua nyansa ntino na omo be kire nyansa e wo bedwam because one ye nyina dedi wo bedwam say wadwini no eye sabi ketekete ti say anoma ba moku oh say
mama mo ne ba ya ahia na moku
na oh say ade ni nyina ne say obi a wo kase bia ntimi nkyerɛ sɛ ɔmampani John Dramani Mahama ni monyam ni ebi a emra wei ɛna wafom Ghana ya ye wo hoyi Ghana is nothing without our constitution sɛ ne sɛ yɛsi ya to constitution agu a ɛbɛyɛ soja aban a na sɛ bi a me na epoku na bi a me di aban na nimu a memfa constitution ni nya adwuma because me two constitution na gu etu emu president because constitution no and na wo president obi a occupy public space ni bia na constitution na ama ne saa enti no we are a creature of law enti no sa wo ye bibia argument e wo wi ase a o mind tiaseman Ghana mu a base your arguments on the law so me say o mampani eba ye no waye A B C D a wan famra kwan so na yeye
okay
na fe no wo de wo so utirimu po ensem atudwa na a lawyer fokuo oh my catcher say is the most useless association on this planet called Earth. The Ghana Bar Association, yes, Maka. It's on record. And I still maintain that position, sir. Until, sir, Omube live up to their expected or expectation, you know. Public, no. Yeah, you know, yeah, call law school. Even though, Sebio, Yeshua Emra. Yeah, lawyer for. Na me answer na me metimi agye atum say yes obi ye lawyer ni no na e wo so oye lawful
okay
what ma say so kuani kwa afuom so wokodo a de ntie e friend kuani no nya sika na ekura no no eye na afuo na eda ho no a waye no eno na ma ne ye kuani sika de awudifo kura sika entinya say hu say obi kura sika kwa so we kuani kwa hwe na afuo
okay
a lawyer fokuo no ede no moye muni nipa wo se nka mo kura no mo trumpet how I was nipa ya lawful law abiding citizens entino se omampani eye bibi na ebia otietia emra so a ma ba bonten no be ka se omampani ade we ya wo ye no yehu ni se e wo se enka wotie ofa mra kwan so we had one of them very useless one of course very lawless lawyer as president in the S1 regime. The leader of government, the leader of this nation was one of them, very useless to the core. Omumra omunipa onfa nipa nyehwe otete nipa fa ahudie so wato mra kene eye de ono pe. We had a rule of man instead of rule of law, and the Gufado, who is one of them. Look at how the Bar Association hail worshipped Akufo-Addo when my own brother Eyawe Tampon was president. Another very useless one. So when we discuss the Bar Association, sometimes it's so hurtful, say we have not found another branch of an association. You be nyansafo what Ghana how we lawyer for am o join. And you know both nyansafo and sebi nkwasiafo in the association. Now if you find yourself in such an association, you have to see say the association begins its uselessness, and to the core it has maintained to be one of the most useless associations in this country and in the world. Omo camera nkwasiasem kwa no moti wono mudie. They brought out a statement and make crampo no me criticize say ebi ana enne na afa no mahu nyansa
Yeah,
now in the past, no, yes, in the past, no, and your mom, no, I had too partisan, and I can tell you and beat my chest to say the association was nurtured and or birthed and nurtured by the MPP. BBB association in Biano, a MPP, the church, and Omoye. Go and look at the presidents of the association in the past. MPP from Kwa, Ubenya and this near Baku Yunubi. And Oklahoma the neighbor, they go behind the person to make sure say they play puppetry. The person becomes a puppet and they become the puppeteers and they make sure say Ukoliko the Ebeka say na obeye. So akoye MPP a legal branch. They forget the law and make sure say they abide by the dictates of the party called MPP. Now you're in this now you're member of the bar association. You are also showcasing your stupidity. And what's that we are in this now you cap Ghana Bar Association. Munina no more renounce someone who free mu. Now mukwati mu kuo. Yes, because it's a wing of the MPP. Okay. Jogate yere. Jogate na no ye MPP minister na ye yi na die no. Na oko election no lusu second na ochinchim mra FG free ayensu nsem Dr. Professor ayensu nsem no. Ono ne yere na ye bar association the president. So imagine say ne yere Jogate yere na ye bar association president a nyansa ben na sabi e wo fie ho a wode bi ba oman ni mu Jogate na ye kunu no nyansa ben na wo Jogate trimu a wode betete ne yere say me yere a wo ye association president okọ akoka nyansa sem na Ghana fo ntie Jogate na meka na asemi nyansa ben na wo ni trim. The immediate past president of the Ghana Bar Association no ya we champion SK Boafoba MPP ni mapa oni ni nua no mo ye Bar Association executives kwa na executives ni ko hwe MPP fo nko a it is your case Ghana Bar Association. I get so hurt. It's an MPP Bar Association because it's the legal wing, the illegal legal wing of the MPP. Very lawless lawyers. They don't believe in law. All they believe in is at the end MPP for can ye ni so and o ma ye koliko and MPP for so and o mo aye koliko e dia ka se mo fa ha no mo di akire and o ma ye se enwan a o mo anya ye friend say hwesuni ana se fulani a o kan mo so. So MPP is the Fulani and Bar Association no aye enwan emoa me and omunam and ye kan so say ye be kan no and amonye
baby ye dri say omanya ye so ne ye kase mu aye den ye last resort judiciary no.
Yes.
Na say judiciary ye partisan NPP wom NDC wom no mienu nya asem ne court na judge you ati asem wisi o ya titi onu say we nipa Satan tell me nya bi o
maka asem bi mesa tumu nchine ne.
Okay.
Innocent MPP a lawyer onimumra onim judge.
Okay.
Omo nyina no he call law school ahun den tia me man call law school ho no me yes me call law school ho e no mo ka kire me say listo wo kwa the way na o kan wa adwen no on be faili me so no nyame aye madom sabi adwen no e kapa minim say ye faili me minim say me pass minim say wo faili me kura na me challenge wo because minim dey mature na so no me yes me nko Ghana Law School me join Ghana Bar Association that some 10 years ago or even 15 years ago and I'm here say me nko because I don't want to be part of a moadom me nye say me wo ma adwene Nyankopon dia ma me na me ntimi express me ma adwen na wo adwen na da wutirimu na awe na ache no eno mu na me mfa ntumi wutirimu dia menye. School and walk quiet people say, "Oh, papa, a lawyer da. Oh, papa, ne wine. Ufi, one, I a lawyer da. Where your school? school as a wo kwa we NDC ni a yetimi make sure say we mo marking it down etegi say o yire wo sua dia MPP ni no wabon eso oba ba ye lawyer ni hwe nana bi o ye lawyer we pegari ni ma ko ye lawyer hwe ye friend say akwai asefua who dey ahwehwe MPP lawyer for no na her arguments o mo ye wo wiase e wo TV so ni radio so sometimes it's I say ba no ya lower no and I say yemfa intelligence nya hwibiem it's about association when they ye o party back so let's bring them and showcase them to the world say yes so you a lawyer for but okase we are can you find anyone like Chachu in the NDC in the MPP Chachu o NDC ni no betimi ehune se so e wo MPP mu obetimi aka tell me say hwe obi anka obetimi senko nimade anka obeben aye bibi te se Chachu no lawyer okuje to no akokra no wanyini tie Chachu mpo waka asem obedwam aye atie na hwe ko social media hwe nkwala comments na hwe pani aye di natem asase anka wawie ko for sase eno oye bugina to snow wiewia what am I say so ye can say MPP lawyer ni a who say oye lawless lawyer
okay
on famra nya adwuma onim mra onim judge
okay
that's the difference and until na two MPDC for say mo so mo kwete mo ba association na ba association no senka we mo kan kwase asemu no na mo so mo di mo nyansa betu badwam na Ghana fo ahu say mo na mo ni nyansa
okay
but mo monopolize the legal aspect of this country say ba association akasa o they have not spoken anything law but a son say yeah bar association you know when it's reported it's as if say the bar association no enyansafo e wo mu ni nkwasiafo nyina e ka asem baako ade na mo enyansafo na mo wo mu no mo ntem ho me yehu sa mo no mo nka ho okay they should begin to know say if your association is palpably misbehaving it's about time I also know you have a dissenting voice who did to that NDC for no moya bar association members no and then mo so from statement metu dwa say mo no mo ne bar association ne nya adwen na omo asem na
I daily update so na wo hwe dwumade na subscribe share na fa comment dwumade na stay tuned.